Hey everyone, this is Alaska from Call Out Culture. I hope you're enjoying the podcast. And if you are enjoying the podcast and you feel inspired to start your own, let me tell you about the system that we use. It is called Anchor. Best things about Anchor, it's free. There's tools that allow you to create and record and edit your podcast right from your phone and your computer. You can even add a song from Spotify directly into your episodes. The possibilities are endless of what you could create, whether it's like music analysis or your own radio show or something that the world's never heard before. I don't know what that is. You figure that out. Not my job, yours. Anchor is going to distribute the podcast for you so it'll be heard on Spotify, Apple, and all the other podcast you can use. Like all you do is you upload your podcast and boom, it appears in the other feeds. You can also make money through advertisements like this, or you can also set up like your own sort of Patreon fan support thing. There's no minimum listenership, and everything you need to make your podcast is in one place. So if you want to do a podcast, you want to be like us here at Call Out Culture, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and get started.
Welcome to Call Out Culture Podcast with Alaska, Curly Castro, and Zilla Rock.
Welcome to Call Out Culture, your favorite podcast sponsored by my neighbor's Zinfandel. She poured in my cup while we were eating pizza the other night in South Philadelphia. I think it's called like Vacay. That's the name of this wine. And they want you to
drink Zinfandel in a decade.
I don't even know what it is, but they recommend you have it with vanilla ice cream on the wine label, which is very odd. I wouldn't recommend anyone doing that. So shouts to my Robin, my neighbor Robin, not my Robin. Shouts to Robin hooking me up with that. But we're gonna tonight's episode is I needed to drink a lot because the day I've had listening to this artist, who knew he put out 14 albums? Well, I did because I've now heard all of them, including 7 that I didn't think I needed to hear. A couple I was familiar with, a couple I definitely was not familiar with. And I did my best to avoid them, but for the sake of entertainment and our guest, I have listened to every Common album ever. So tonight we are doing Lineage of Weakness, Best Worst Rapper of All Time. However we want to label this episode, we're going to figure that out.
Lineage of Greatness, a tale of two rap careers, like Tale of Two Cities.
Yes, the Harvey Dent of rap. So you flip that coin.
Did the definition of greatness change?
Wow.
Definition of okay, pretty solidness for 14 albums. I am Zilla Rock, the host. I'm joined by Alaska, Curly Castro, Shablau. Hello, everyone, and first time guest, leading off and playing center field from the Questions Pod. From Can't Knock the Shuffle, from Stony Island, our rival gang. If we see them, it's on site. We got our man, Mr. Sean Kantrowitz. Sean, welcome.
One day,
peace, brother Sean.
All makes sense.
I got an announcement I just saw on Twitter.
You just cut him off. He's our guest. You just fucking just cut him off.
You need to hear about this. This is breaking news.
Breaking news. DJ Muggs and Crime Apple. Cartagena.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not lying.
You cut off Sean for that shit?
I just saw it. Soulassassin.com. See, I know how you have that tab on your computer.
I'm sure it's a very spooky tarot card cover with stained glass.
It's Crime Apple. Stop it. And see how you getting disrespectful? All right, Sean, my bad.
Breaking news now, and then by the time this airs, it'll be the latest report on it because it'll be like a week late, right?
Correct.
Indeed.
So we got Sean here. I was lucky enough to be one of 5 perfect flawless champions ever in the history of his show. I'm still very excited about that. I did it for the crew. I did it for South Philly. We did it.
Wait, slow down. Couldn't you have introduced his show, regardless of what your score or whatever it is was? Like, I think the more important thing is the show and the quality of the content,
right,
not
but
necessarily.
also
not
me
necessarily
being flawless
yes,
on the
It
show.
was being fed answers like a famous quiz show from
Was
the
it
60s.
from 1950 with Robert Redford? Get the
And I'm
fuck
just
outta here.
saying, it look a little like that. Look a little quiz show to me.
It looked a little quiz show, though. I had no headphones on.
The inception. It's something that we, really strive to buck against. But no, I mean, Zilla, you killed it. You definitely,
Thank
definitely did your thing.
For the fan.
I never know what's going to happen. I never know how guests are going to do on the questions. Sometimes I'm surprised. So it was.
It's been my life's work, Sean, to do all these things to come on your show and get a perfect score. So I did it for this guy over here, Curly Castro, and for Alaska. I did it for everyone in the Wrecking Crew, South Philadelphia, Def Jokes alums, everyone. I did it for all of us. It's not about me.
Oh my God.
But it is. Anyway, so we're going to talk about common sense. Lonnie Lynn. Rashid Lynn? What's his Lonnie? I don't know.
Isn't his dad Lonnie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's Rashid. Rashid Lonnie Lynn.
Yeah.
Rashid Lonnie Lynn. Got you. The guy Hollywood always goes to when they need a faceless goon killer. That's the man that everyone thinks of. You go Common.
Actually,
yes, he should fight
me.
John Wick and in
That's
Wanted.
It's only 3 movies. He's in John Wick. He's in Smoking Aces.
Aces. Yep. The
and
Hitman.
he is in Terminator Salvation. We forgot about that one.
American
Oh wait, and he's
what did you say, Sean?
Isn't he an American gangster also?
Yes, as one of the cousins.
And T.I.'s in it
And
too.
he's in Wanted.
Yeah, I
He's
said
the
that.
weapons
Wanted, right?
expert. Yep. he
Yes,
doesn't
of
talk
course.
really.
Yeah, naturally. He would
And
have
let's
to
not
be.
forget his turn on Hell on Wheels on
Oh
AMC.
God, on AMC.
Oh, he's in that? He's one
Yeah,
of them.
he's like hitting something with a mallet all the time, and he's like mad.
Is he a biker or is he a mechanic?
No, Hell on Wheels is the one about the
Ghosts?
when they're building the train line across the country.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm
he
totally
plays
lost.
Elam Ferguson.
Does he kill someone? Because otherwise, he
I
was
have no
badly
idea. I've
missed.
never
He
watched
has
it.
to kill people in every.
Is
movie
this
he
like?
did.
Is this in the 2010s? The Hell on
Yeah,
Wheels?
yeah.
Yeah.
There was like a white dude with
Well,
like
see, I
a
bet you, let me
greasy
ask you
hair and a
this.
beard.
Did he make a guest appearance on Sons? He made one, didn't
Sons
he?
of Anarchy?
Yeah, with like a blue vest. I feel so strongly that he did. That he was like
I don't know.
biker goon who got killed. I feel really strongly about that, y'all. My instincts
Wow.
are screaming.
Let's see.
Did
Let's
he-
go to his acting career.
Oh,
Did
yo,
he
did you
appear on
know-
Sons of Anarchy? Because he
Did
wasn't
you-
on Oz.
No,
he
he
was
wasn't.
in
on
the
that.
UPN sitcom Girlfriends.
Of
Oh,
course.
he's probably
He was the
playing
sensitive
what's
He
it
brother.
played a
called?
slam poet.
Yeah, he was
Very on brand.
what's the name? Boyfriend. He was Shorty boyfriend, the one with
Yeah.
the black band around the arm. He was her boyfriend.
Mm,
And he was playing his Erica Badu persona. He was like very spiritual and wearing knit forearm
yes,
sleeves.
crochet.
He was playing that character.
He didn't
'Cause
wear
the whole thing on
shoes.
Girlfriends was he was celibate and it was driving her crazy.
Oh
Yeah, he was celibate and she's supposed to be with him.
Peace,
and she's like, I
queen.
can't. She's like,
He
I can't deal with this. He's celibate.
Yo.
Like this was his character. I swear.
Castro.
He was
I'll
in
bet.
Date Night with Steve Carell and
He
Tina Fey.
was, and he's like a bad guy in that movie.
I feel
I
like
bet you, real quick.
for this.
What did you say, Sean?
Sean, we brought you here just so you don't talk. We're going to cut you off every time you
Yeah,
start.
I think you might have like a setting off or something. I can't hear you. I don't know if you have like something on Zoom.
Who, me?
I think
No,
Sean.
Sean, when we talk over you, it cuts you off. For some reason, it
But
doesn't allow you.
even like the beginning of yeah. So
I mean,
try to some.
Don, is that
There you go. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. No, maybe.
there you go. There
no,
it is.
there it is. There it is.
Yeah. So we're good
Yeah.
now. We good?
There you go, man.
Yeah.
What were you saying? Sorry.
I was just like, oh man, I didn't prep for this properly at all. I didn't think we were going to be discussing his on-screen pursuit. We were going to do the music, but man, like I got his Wikipedia up here. He played a security guard on the Mindy Project in 2013.
Sure.
Wow, that's obscure as hell. Because what the Mini Project that did about 3 years. They did like 3 years.
That was
right?
pretty
3
good.
seasons?
The first season was pretty cool for that show.
But
I remember that.
it rounded around to the 3 seasons. Or did it just
Maybe.
do 2?
6
And
seasons.
bounce?
Six.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Take that,
Wow.
Castro.
I'm impressed.
That's half a Walking Dead right there.
I know, man.
It's doing half
That's
a
only,
Walking
but that's
Dead.
only half the battle, baby. You got a long way to go.
Castro on Girlfriends, right? When he played the celibate slam poet who didn't wear
Yes.
shoes.
Yes.
What are the odds? Would you bet 2-1? He said the word Nubian at some point.
Oh, definitely said Nubian and Bohemian.
A
And
Nubian
sister
queen.
and queen. He said
Queen.
sister, queen, Bohemian. But also he was like, I can't remember for sure, but I think Joan came around him and he didn't like her energy. He didn't like somebody's like energy, I swear.
Did he list any specific references to gay bashing that he did in the 90s?
Oh,
like he did in his music? It's just out of curiosity. I was wondering if there's any very specific
90. All right, what are you talking about? The first
Let's
record?
do it. All right, let's do it.
1992? Or are you talking about the deep rooted stuff?
I'm glad I didn't wear my Common Sense T-shirt. I thought that this was going to be like a celebration. You guys are coming out with the pitchforks and the fucking...
You know what this means?
I don't think he listened to the show very much.
You know what this means? He lied to us, y'all. Because one day it still hasn't made sense. He told us one day it would.
And it still
hasn't. All right, let's do this. And Sean's here. Sean loves the guy. Clearly, he didn't know what he was walking into. This kind of like how we had Ray West on to talk OC, and Castro's like, that third album is fucking garbage. And Ray's like, whoa, I thought we were talking about OC. That's my homie. Castro's like, I don't like that shit. It's offensive. So we have Sean from the questions and Can't Knock the Show.
Look, let me tell y'all something. And this is my man. Nothing's worse than having Amani on the show. That was the worst tightrope walk. That was like walking the line between the World Trade Center.
Hey, you did it with a plum.
Thank you. That was very difficult. Side note, Kweli mentioned his son being on the Arm & Hammer album on the People's Party.
Well, that's dope.
He said Arm & Hammer. He said my son is on the Arm & Hammer record produced by Alchemist, and my son raps better than him. I was hoping he might say my name because I want a song too.
Nah, he's not. Nah, you can't do that.
Yeah, I know a great way you can get Kweli to say your name. Just tweet at him, and he'll
he's
suspended. Him and Trump.
He's suspended.
That's right. You'll have to use Instagram or something.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, I just want to make myself clear before we really dive into this here. I'm not a Common stan. I am a fan of a very specific era of his work. And in going back and revisiting and even just peeping his newest album, which came out not even a week ago from when we were recording this, I was like, you know what? I'm readjusting and recalibrating my expectations and hopes for certain artists, and we can get into it. But I just want to like set the stage here that I don't need you to put the kid gloves on here. I'm not Common's biggest fan, nor am I here to slander the man. Also, I named my show The Questions after one of his songs, and I'm kind of hoping he comes on the show someday. So I can't go super far.
Yeah. We got you. There's three of us. Just blame us. So let's start off with this then. So. Early era Common. Let's talk. One Day It'll All Make Sense, Resurrection, and then what was the other one?
Can I borrow
a dollar? Okay. What do if any of us like me has gone back and listened to all three of those albums or know them very well, or hasn't and have heard them for the first time, whatever? What are your views now of those first three as 30 years has passed?
All right, so like One Day It All Makes Sense had a big effect on me because of two songs. And so back then you would get the whole thing. And I think I had my cat's gone crazy, sorry. I had One Day It All Makes Sense on tape. So wait, I'm just pulling up the record now so I could tell you. So it was Sold by the Pound. So that was a great song. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Can I Borrow a Dollar? That's what I'm talking about.
One Day It All Makes Sense.
You said One Day It All Makes Sense.
I did that. I said that. I said that just now, or I said that before.
You
just now.
Yes. Sorry. I mean, Can I Borrow a Dollar? Excuse me. Sold by the Pound and Take It Easy. Take It Easy had a video, and I just was like, the video had a lot of energy. The Take It Easy song and video was that time. So like that was just like DOS effects and the jumping around in KRS One videos. It was very much right in that wavelength, and I was around that time. I'm looking for artists that have East Coast in them, whether you're from the East Coast or not. So there's a Midwest cat, but he definitely had East Coast sensibilities. He didn't sound like Twista. He didn't sound like even I think not initially, but after a few Resurrection, you got Do or Die. Like you're starting to meet Chicago artists,
right?
And you're starting to hear Chicago as a sound that Common didn't necessarily partake in. He was definitely East Coast influenced out. And then Resurrection comes about, and it's one of my top 3 hip hop songs ever. I used to love her. Like that song floored me. The metaphors, the way he flipped it. I was a big Ice Cube fan. So the fact that Ice Cube took offense to what he had said about her, going gangster, how they totally skipped how he said she started going to the sewer with it.
I see brothers slamming her. Taking it
to the sewer.
Right.
It was totally dissing Onyx and Das
And
Effects. Like
Jungle Brothers talking about Hip House. Like he's dissing Jungle Brothers.
He's like almost to the point, like, hey, not just your names. I'm saying your actual musical themes,
right?
Of what you do with hip hop, and I'm saying we don't really like that. So I thought it was interesting that Ice Cube even took the time to decipher and take offense because it's coded. It's coded. So if you just take a passing glance at you know, I used to love, you're not really dive. You just thinking, oh, it's a song about a woman or whatever, right? Until he says that line at the end. That's the big But I remember that song being very powerful. But also it reminded me of, and then I'll finish my answer. It reminded me of the jazz jump of Tribe, Resurrection. Even though we know Dion is producing his fucking ass off, just like Resurrection was like this attempt at making a Blue Note record. The cover, you know, the sample choices and all of that, very horn heavy and stuff like that. And then, what's the third record? One Day. One Day. So then One Day to me is like a graduation, not Kanye's, just like going to 4-year school and now you're finally putting it all together. The artwork direction was really big to me. That brown, his mom on the front.
Yeah, it's a great cover.
The part 1 and 2s of songs, I like that to complete it. Right. So these were like, I'm big on part 2s of songs that change the whole damn song. Like not just same beat, new lyrics or something, but like takes us on another place. So he did that. Excuse me, y'all. Let me mute my. I got a call. But yeah. So pretty much, that's how it started with Common for me. And then One Day is where we're going into the Soul Clarion era, and then we'll talk about that too. But it was those songs for me.
Okay. What do you got, Alaska?
Well, I mean, similar to Castro, I remember when he got the unsigned hype in the Source in like I think it was like 91, maybe.
Damn.
So I remember like him popping on my radar there, and then like seeing the ad for "Can I Borrow $1" in the Source, and then the video, and I was like, you know, it was like Castro said, it was very Das Effects of the time, sort of stream of consciousness, weird, like mentioning every reference you ever had watching reruns as a child.
Yep, every cartoon reference out there.
You know,
Snorks.
so it was like
he has a Snorks bar. I'm pretty sure
it really didn't age well because of that. But,
indeed.
But the production was amazing. And then, you know, same thing like when Resurrection came out, there's a ton of hype around I Used to Love Her.
Yes.
Ton of hype around that shit. And it was like really like listen to it again. It was pretty groundbreaking of a song.
So you were older back then. So you remember the concentrated effort for them to make people pay attention to the song? Like with the video? Okay.
Yeah. No, there was a huge push on that song. And then Resurrection was huge as well. Like the song, they had the Large Professor
remix. The remix is
the remix. Yep.
Bitch and You was floating around right then. Around that time.
That?
Bitch and You was floating around that time.
Bitch and You was floating around, but it didn't really like. I don't think it really hit in New York the way it might have hit in other places.
Okay.
Neither like I mean, nobody really knew that because did he diss Cube first or did Cube diss him first?
They I think West Side Connection, they came with Slaughterhouse, that song.
Okay.
And that song, I think they mentioned Common by name, and they're saying they're threatening him. And then that's when he come in, because I remember the Bitch and You was a 12-inch white label.
Yeah.
So it wasn't on anything, but I remember it kind of floating around and makes it way on mixtapes here and there.
Yeah. I mean, also like I should note, like most of the people I was hanging out with weren't checking Common that hard.
So they had checked out by Common by that time, or
no? They just didn't really... like. He wasn't big enough to be on anybody's radar. Like you had to really be like into rap music to know it. So
he's still Common Sense, right? Yeah. One Day It All Makes Sense.
He was still Common. Was he Common Sense on that record?
Up until One Day, he's still
okay. Yeah. So
right.
You know, like I mean, people knew him, but nobody was like, "Oh, Common." They were still like, you know, fucking Boogie Down Production, Tribe Called Quest. That was around the same time as I think. When did that come out? 93?
93, 94.
Yeah, so it was like, I mean,
Resurrection is 94.
It's 94.
Okay. Yeah. So, you know, people were checking out like, you know, Illmatic was big.
Yeah.
Gangstar.
36 Chambers.
Gangstar.
Gangstar. Like that's
the beginning
of
what
people were running with where I was.
Wu-Tang.
Yeah, all of that shit. So, you know, there were some of us that knew, like I had I had friends, like my best friend in college, like the reason we became friends is like the first day we met each other, we both like just looked at each other's tape collections and we're like, holy shit.
Oh,
like
nice.
he had the Genius record, the first one, Words from the Genius.
Genius. Wow.
I was like, holy shit. You're like the only other person I've ever
I remember seeing it in the store a lot,
Yeah.
but not like nobody, when you would peruse their little collection, nobody like had a copy.
So we became fast friends that way. And there was like a little crew of like 3 or 4 of us that were like that. But yeah, I mean, it was those songs were really dope. I remember the record kind of felt boring after a while, like kind of like the
This is
middle
Resurrection?
kind of drags. Resurrection, yeah.
Okay.
And that was my thinking at the time. Going back to it, I've actually changed my perspective on it a little bit. And then One Day It'll All Make Sense. I thought that was a stellar record. I still do.
Yeah,
so good.
I think it's, I like listening to that record. I think that was like 97 maybe.
Yeah, it's the
I
maturity
spent
jump.
like a year listening to that record.
It's
That
the
record's
maturity
phenomenal.
jump. He's not just a punk MC with a 40 at that point. He's like grown up a little. Remember, he was starting to wear
he seemed older than everybody at that point.
Yeah, both content wise as well as even the like tone and the timbre of his voice. I think he was really like maturing, and that mattered a lot too because. My experience with the first 2 Common records was going back because I wasn't checking for those at the time. I think I'm a little bit younger than you are, Alaska. But in hearing that first record, particularly, there's a lot of things you could say that didn't necessarily age well or didn't don't hold up as well. But that voice for me, it's like I can't listen to a whole album of that like sort of cadence and that tone of voice. He sounds very young, and this is his first album, so I'm not like holding that super hard against him. But yeah, by the time One Day It All Makes Sense, it sort of seemed like he was coming into his own as an artist and as a man, like as an adult. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like more adult choices, music wise, and like I said, that's when he started wearing the beige paperboy hat. Like he started wearing like those type of hats. You know what I'm saying? Instead of because he was wearing a fitted. On One Day It Don't Make Sense, it's like a fitted or just like a regular hat. And then he's doing more adult. Like I remember I'll show you like seeing his mother on the cover, that picture of him and his mother. Like that was like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm kind of growing up. Like I said,
what the craziest part is? Like that album's raw as shit.
It's super
it does.
Like Hungry is the hardest song he's ever made in his life. You know what I mean? Real N-Bomb's quotes, crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Stolen Moments was
Stolen Moments.
Stolen Moments are incredible.
One Too Many, crazy. Making a name for ourselves with cannabis. That beat's crazy.
Dude, just like introspective and
Invocation.
Yes.
Come on.
Heavy songs. Heavy duty.
But
and
like,
I think he's taking on weightier subjects, if I will, not just
Retrospect for Life's like track 4. I'm looking at that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like God. Now wait. Well, let's talk about that. Now, it's a great song, but trust me, that was a label call. Like that was a call to be like, yo, we need to put these things together. Him and Lauren. You get what I'm saying? It just felt like a handshake deal. Like, yo, call up. I can't remember what label. Fuji's on, but call up them and put
Columbia.
It sounded like somebody put that together. Not that they were chilling at a lounge. Hey, let's work together. Hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Like, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like they did this in the studio.
Yeah,
I feel
because
like
there's no like real precedence for them working together before or since.
Right.
So
Or after.
like, it seems like a one-off.
Or after. It's not like Common is on the Fuji's record, or you even saw them on Posse Cuts together. It seemed like this was like take rapper A and rapper B and mix.
Right.
That's what it feels like to me. And it came out great.
It almost seems like a no-brainer though.
Right.
Of course.
Like if you're a label exec, that's like the easiest,
Mm-hmm.
most effective marketing move you can make.
But even think about the rest of the album. Like he's putting cannabis on the record when cannabis is running the mixtape world. So he's on the album. You know what I mean? Like, and that song was on mix everywhere. Like that gave Common people were like, oh shit, Common's out again because of cannabis.
But that beat with the Lauren song is not that dope a beat.
No.
Sorry, y'all. Give me 2 seconds.
It has a video, and like Badu's on the album. I think CeeLo's on the record.
Yep.
Roots, Black Dog, Q-Tip. I mean, even the lead single, like reminding me of Seth. I remember seeing that video all the time on BET, and that's what made me buy that record was that video, not the Retrospect for Life joint. And then I remember I bought the tape.
Mic went out.
That's cool.
We
can hear you.
No, I was gonna say that the beat. I wasn't a big fan of that beat.
No, the beat's like whatever. It's nothing special, but it had a video that was pretty powerful. And like I had a tape of this album also, like when it came out. So having that song fourth, but then the actual lead single reminding me of Seth, like track 16 of 17 on cassette, it was a little rough. I was like,
it reminded me of Seth, the lead single.
Yes,
it wasn't Retrospect for Life.
No, Retrospect came out after.
Really?
Yeah. So Seth was the first one because it's like a party joint. You know what I mean? It's like upbeat and shit. And then the second song was the Lauren joint. So like I think we all can agree that One Day It'll All Make Sense is top 2 Common album still, 2, 3, like upper tier.
It's definitely top 5.
Okay, out of 15.
Yeah, a lot of records.
Definitely the best. Definitely the best of the first era. Like if we're saying that this is the first chapter or whatever section.
Okay, so now let's move to the sex. Okay, what are you gonna say?
Can we talk about, because I think a lot of things that, like, at least for me, like when I was listening to it, I was I'm wondering if the thing that we actually loved about this era was No ID, Way More to Come.
That's yes,
because his production is insane,
dude. Even the beats on friggin' Can I Borrow $1? Amazing, are banging, and he's just doing like New York approximation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And so then my other question is Retrospect for Life the rap version of Brick by Ben Folds?
I don't know that song.
I see what you're doing. I see what you did there. It might very well be. There's not a lot of abortion jams out there. You know. My question that I think about a lot when I was listening to the album in preparation for this was, does a song like that get made and does it fly in our current climate? You know, like I feel like you would think that in our current age right now, there would be more songs talking about this. And there's really not. What do you guys think? Do you think that that's something that, like, is there a 2021 version of Retrospect for Life that gets made? Or
no? I mean, depends who the artist is. I guess that'll be my atmosphere. Did you remember when Chino XL did that line where he was like, he said like, "Go to the abortion clinic, bump in the common jam." Like he said that one of his songs. I was like, yo, that's fucking fucked up. I don't know. I mean, Drake might do it. You know what I mean? But who the fuck knows? Like, he probably wouldn't. I don't know. I really don't know. I think, you know who would? J. Cole. He would do that song. And then it would be a thing.
Message, or does the theme of the song change at all from a mid-90s perspective to now?
All right, I'm sorry. I had to
no doubt. I mean, like towards the end of the song, he says he's basically saying at the end of the song, like, I need to change my life if we're gonna do this, and I'm ready to do that. Like he even says, like, you know, lately he's like, quit smoking the beaties, and I think he's saying to the girl or to him, like, we need to get our shit together if we're gonna do this.
So so here's my perspective. So like I said, I didn't really like the beat, and also I was feeling attacked. This is early in my life, so I don't think I had anybody pregnant at that point. What year this came out? 97.
97, right? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot. And by 97, I had partaken in a few abortions at that time, and so I was feeling conflicted because I was like, you know, who are you to change your course on, like, you know, trying to control, you procreating and stuff like that. Like, I just felt like, I felt it was like a little tongue in cheeky, because I was like, you know, you're speaking from a point of, you probably went through a pregnancy and it's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a real thing for me because I went through those decisions. So, thinking about it, and posing the question about it being applicable today, it's funny because something like that today can be twisted for like a Republican campaign. If they wanted to. That's true. And so I just remember back then, like, liking the song but keeping it to myself because I felt like I would be a hypocrite. Fully liking the song because I did partake in abortions back then. And so I just felt like he was just kind of, you know, two in the bush, kind of talking with house money, talking about abortion. And I'm like, you probably ain't been through no abortion. I would say I had a very personal reaction to the song. Just because of what I was going through personally.
Going back to Sean's point about, can this song be made today? I mean, I think the conversation would even get to, like, who's allowed to make this song today.
Right.
Yeah. Like Logic, they would let Logic do that.
Kendrick.
No, I don't think they would. I don't think I don't think the point of view that Common is coming with will be the point of view that's acceptable, and not even the decision that's made in the song.
I think more than likely, if the song is made in 2021, it has to come from a woman's perspective.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
For like, yo, what is fucking whoever you want to say? Like, we don't need like a guy stepping in, like, yo,
Megan Thee Stallion.
Like taking responsibility for the pregnancy was not a common theme in mid-90s.
Not a
him growing up in the song, like, let's put the BDs down and all, like, that was not. Back then we were talking about gold diggers and skeezers and she going for Tyson for the money. Like, that's what was going on around that time. So I just remember like, I remember listening to the song like, yo, fuck you, Common. How are you gonna tell us to do that? You know what the deal is. Like, these are situations you can't just tell us to take care of our child. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you know what it is. It's the 90s.
Fuck you,
like, seriously, that's how it used to be. It's the 90s. That's how you.
Fuck you, Common. It's 1997. Fuck out of here.
You know, so yeah, I had it.
Well, that's
also
some good food for
thought. I wanted to also point out, because I was vocally absent. It's Dion, big time Dion, but don't forget Tony. Why not? Like, he was producing too on the early record.
He only has a couple beats, but yeah.
But I always thought it was like Dion and Tony, like, in terms of common sound, and I was impressed by that, because I was like, man, he's only using them two. You know, he didn't really like get a Premier beat or or Pete Rock beat. He had his two guys.
True.
And I was very impressed with that.
That's true, 100%. And so, but to talk about Premier,
that's production in there though.
On the first album, yeah.
Because they were on Relativity. Yeah, they were on Relativity.
Okay, so they all next. Yep. See.
So so now that brings us to like our next tier of records, which is commercial break. Let's take is this our paid commercial break? Could this be?
They haven't sent until we get the products. We're not supposed to.
All right. Well, we shouldn't talk about. We shouldn't talk about the KY Industries like that. It's not official yet. We didn't sign the paper.
No, all I know is I think I see my invoice with my products are being mailed, and one of my products said like the fit or the sack or something.
Yeah.
Like, it was like I'm gonna be secure when I get my product. That's what it said at the little
yeah, we're gonna yes. Okay, good shit. So
I'm going in for it. I'm going for it when we do that commercial.
Lineage of odd discography-ness of 14 albums deep. The best worst rapper of all time. Common Sense and Sean from The Questions. He agrees with everything we're saying. He thinks he's unbelievably corny, painful, long-winded, and should cut his albums down.
Yes.
That's not Sean's podcast. He is not liable for the slander we shall bring upon thee soon.
Yeah. Double down, boy. New album, Vegas Vic, from yours truly, Zilla Rock. My first solo album since 96 Mentality. Out on Chong Wizard Records. Right now, available around the world. You can cop the digital on iTunes if you want. You can buy it for a G on Bandcamp if you're a real boss like that. However you want to get it, we got tapes, very limited, CDs also. Beautiful vinyl, all the artwork designed by PQ. Got everybody from Call Out Culture, Wrecking Crew in the mix. Album executive produced by Disco Vietnam. This joint is fly, energetic, fun. Roulette tables popping. Free drinks all night with the cherry in there. Whatever you want to get, we're doubling down. We're going to get in the car. We're riding out to America's Playground. Vegas Vic, Zilla Rock, a new album, out now.
Yo, what up? It's Alex Ludovico, and I'm inviting you to check out, as of Friday, April 2nd, my new compilation, Cocaine and Therapy. Executive produced by my man, the God, Zilla Rocka. Available only at insubordinaterecords.com. Don't go to streaming, don't go to your little Apple or Spotify. insubordinaterecords.com. Check out the merch for the record, and then check out Zilla's dope merch that's coming out with it. It's a combination release between Insubordinate and $3 Pistol. Peace.
Wish I was a little bit cooler. Wish I was a hooper. Wish I had a girl that looked good. I could scoop her in a sick whip with a floor kit. I ain't got shit. Oh damn, I'm a loser. Wish I was a little bit cooler. Wish I was a hooper. Wish I had a girl that looked good. I could scoop her in a sick whip with a floor kit. I ain't got shit. Oh damn, I'm a loser.
Boom, boom, boom. Call Out Culture.
Boom, boom, boom. Call Out Culture. Boom, boom, boom. Call Out Culture.
Yeah, we out here.
Boom, call out
Check it out. If you fuck with us on Patreon, again, that's something you should be doing that already. Come fuck with us on Patreon, patreon.com/Call Out Culture. You get the episodes 3-4 days early, all type of exclusive and crazy wild shit, songs, outtakes, Whatever. It's on there. All right. So let's get back to this. Ready? All right. The next tier of the Common Sense era, including an album that is 77 minutes and 51 seconds long, like Water for Chocolate.
His best,
including if you were to ask Questlove responsibility for this.
You're breaking up. Your sounds all fucked up, bro. What'd you say?
If you would ask Love, he would take responsibility for this era of Common musical output.
Well, it's mainly Dilla, though. It's Dilla. It's all Dilla.
No, but I'm just saying, think about the tweets and the retrospectives he talks about when he talks about Soulquarian and them getting busy on like Common stuff.
Yeah, Soulquarians was like James Poyser and Questlove discovering Dilla and being like, oh, let's just steal that. And then they're like, oh, that's our thing. We just thought of that.
Like, yeah, he was the mastermind. If you ask Quest, I think you could put him on a lie detector. If you ask Quest, I think he'll say like, oh, it's like Water for Chocolate. You're responsible. Oh yeah, it's me. I did that. Like he would. I think he would say that.
Well,
he'd be
potentially.
I think he would.
Right. Well, so Sean thinks this is his best album still. So why do you think that is?
Well, first and foremost, let's address it. You said it earlier. It's almost all Jay Dilla production. Now, here's a theme that we touched upon a little bit before. We're going to touch upon this as we continue to go through the chronology here. The Common albums and what your opinion of them is largely based on who's doing the production.
100% correct.
Can make or break. And so if we have one of the top producers of all time doing the bulk of the production.
Right.
And when he can't do it, okay, we'll throw in a fucking DJ Premier beat. Like, okay, already the production blueprint, the formula here is impeccable. I think also by this point in the game, I think, he might not have had necessarily all of the thematic retrospection of like the previous record. Like I can see an argument where maybe he was, maybe a little bit more thematic with his pen on One Day It All Makes Sense. But to me, I don't know. I might have just some like personal bias as well, because this was when I was really tapped in. This was like where it felt like I was experiencing it more in real time than necessarily having to go back and do some, recon or whatever. But to me, like Water for Chocolate is the best record in his catalog, and it's from one of my favorite eras of hip hop.
There's also a company you keep element to this, because this is when he's fucking with raucous MCs. 1999. Rhyming with Mos Def and them, rhyming with Black Thought, Respiration. So like I think that's where the uptick in the lyricism on his part is coming from. He's running around with Pharoah Monch.
No, totally disagree. Totally disagree.
Okay. That's my
only in a sense. You're right. No, you're correct in that he had that gap in between One Day and then like Water. It's like 3 years.
Yeah. Yes.
And so he did a bunch of like white labels. He did that song Tech Zilla. With High Tech, he did 199. He did like they used to say, song. That joint's Car Horn with 45 King. He did a bunch of cool records. I wrote about this a few years back with A Passion the Whites, like the lost years of Common when he was doing that, and like he's on the what's called Black Star joint. He's on the Lyricist Lounge album Freestyling with Pharaoh.
He's on the Roots. He's on one of the Roots records around this time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's on Things Fall Apart. Right.
Philadelphia. Well, but I guess that was before.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's on Philadelphia too. Right. For ITAL.
I would say that I absolutely love his verse on Stakes is High. The business when he says Greg Louganis with his they even blurred that out back then. Yeah, that's great. they even back then when like homophobic slurs were just as common as not pun intended. They were as common as like brushing your teeth. Every rapper could say it. When he said, they were like, it's a little too much there. We gotta scrub that out of the retail. But anyway, so I said that I said all that to say to Castro, he had a good little run of popping up on indie records, but when you get to like Water for Chocolate, he still is like clunky, uses too many words, his phrasing is trash, his voice sucks. Like that's all there. Like there's not much. He's the same dude he was. Like again, listening to all of his albums, he's been a dork for 30 years. Like he's a dork. He's kind of like he was doing dad joke rap like before
it became a thing.
Right. Yep. Yeah, but he also, like someone pointed out on Twitter when I was talking about him like a week or two ago, I think which was the inception of this show, his phrasing is so bad, and he does it a lot on this. Like, I think Phil Leotardo said, he said like the one line he says, he's like on Stolen Moment, he said, "In my shit, someone had broken in like a mitt," like shit like that, or even like "control rap is out of." Like his phrasing is so stupid and not pleasing in any way to the.
I mean, he probably, if we really scoured, he would be like, I got examples ready. He would say like, he shocked me like Carvel. I screamed. He would say that.
Oh, he has.
That's what I'm saying.
They're all there. And so my point is, there was never like a drop off because there was never an ascent. Like
he's also as deep as a shallow puddle, man. It's like
he's all right. Wait. What about this song? I want to talk about this song in particular. Really, it's up to you, love. With the flashcards, like.
Oh, that's your jam. We'll get to all right. So that's Electric Circus.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. We'll get to that. Okay. That's
okay. So real quick, I'm just saying,
it's like tongue in cheeky. You get what I'm saying? Like it's not bad. You can't hate on it, but
yeah, you can.
Ew.
Well, here's my thing. Here's what I just want to say this real quick.
Okay.
Because we're moving through the catalog pretty well. He's that like early DOS effects, like knockoff Naughty by Nature, Fushnicken style.
He was, yep.
Okay. He still does that in like current times where if you listen to his new albums, he still will use his voice in ways where you're like, that sounds bad with you doing that. Like you don't have the capabilities. Like I say this as an MC, right? Alaska Castro, right? We all know like there's sounds I wish I could pull off with my voice and little ticks and things that I just it sounds terrible if I do it. And maybe you try it live or maybe in the studio and someone says, yo, cut that shit. Shouts to Disco Vietnam Barry. When I record, he makes me do 50 fucking takes. Because when I try to get a little silly and comedy with my shit, Barry's like, don't do that. No, that's not you. Don't do that. Common will still do like, what the like he still is holding on. Yeah, like he still is holding on to like these weird vocal ticks that he started in. Would you say, Sean?
Little cute squeaky shit, kind of.
Sounds like a sneaker stopping in a gym.
He go, all right, so his first song, easy like Sunday morning.
Right.
He does a lot of those vocal inflections all through that song. I like that.
But
type
play his albums from like 2011 on. He still will do shit like this where I'm like, bro, you sound whack as fuck when you do that because your voice isn't good to begin with.
But also
taking a whack voice and then trying to do like Old Dirty meets Fushnickens, like.
But we have to say, like in the current Common, right? Whether it's his fault or not, he's Whole Foods rap. So we get a lot more.
We'll get to all of that.
Yeah, we get a lot more of him than we would anybody of his ilk, of his style. It wasn't corporate sponsored. We wouldn't 100%. Hear as much of him.
No,
I'm just saying. No. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I think
here's what I'll say.
He first discovers Whole Foods. This is like the first. Like maybe he hasn't even gone. Like he's hanging out with people who like they started going to Whole Foods and they're bringing out. It's like, yo, have you heard of patchouli? And like, whoa, what
he did South by Southwest.
Exactly.
There's a line he says on one of these new albums where he says something like, I get the bread and it's gluten free. Like he said that and I wanted to fucking blow my braids out.
And before you said it, I know he did. Before you said it, like I think he might be the first MC that I heard him say hummus. Yes.
He invented hummus. Sean, what were you gonna say?
Is your qualm with the tone of his voice, or is it the writing? Like
both. His writing is bad, and then his nasally tone doesn't do himself. It's you know what it's like. Okay,
wait,
it's like
wait.
A guy, hold on. Let me say it.
Okay,
let me get to it.
Go ahead.
It's like an athlete who is a fucking role player who is doing way too much. Okay, so it's like Jamie Moyer in baseball. He's amazing because he throws 80 miles an hour. He played till he was 50 fucking years old because he throws 80 miles an hour. When Jamie Moyer was trying to throw 96, he was out of baseball. You see what I'm saying? Like his gift was, no. I just throw slow as shit forever.
He named himself his biggest weakness. His choices are common. Right, like yes. if you would look at like if there was multiple choice when you writing a rhyme and it was up in front of your face, he picks the easiest basic choice. You know what I'm saying? I'm three-wheeling it. I'm on a tricycle. Like he'll say that. Like,
thank you. That's
what he'll say. Like, and he just makes the most common choice. And to I'm serious. I'm sorry to corporate sponsors, to weed whackers. Hey,
DNC, yo, his one album is fucking like Democratic National Convention.
Gallon of Waters, ShamWow. Yo, man, we need to get that guy with our product. Like, seriously, he's doing Target commercials, and I think
away from common sense. He figuratively and literally walked away from the common sense, and now
he's just common.
And again, this is like hardcore rappers saying this about him. That's all. We're going in on a technical level,
right? On a basic.
Like cab drivers, I'm in the fast lane.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Like when it comes to building, I'm the doorman because I open doors.
No, it's like
Castro.
These are the things you do when you're not sure. You're kind of just starting out, and so let me pick something safe. Let me write something I can get away with. These are like your first rhymes. These are your Fisher Price, my first rhymes, and his whole style is turned into that. My Fisher Price first rhyme.
Did you know he made a sequel to I Used to Love Her? Did you know that?
I think I did.
It's called
and not
Her
the Erykah
Love.
Badu song.
No, it's called Her Love from 2019 on the album titled Let Love, produced by Zilla. Okay, and this is what he does. I'm gonna give you a brief snippet. Okay, we're fast forwarding a little bit, but on the second verse, and he's still doing 3-verse songs in 2019, by the way. On the third verse, Castro, I swear to God, he says, "In Young Thugs, you see a future. You recognize Lil Uzi ain't here to shoot you. At 21, at 21, you knew I was a savage, but you said Common, you will never be average." See, you called it.
God, he did not say I have an Uzi. Oh my God.
You told me I'm the main like Gucci with a chance to rap and make movies. Come on, bro.
All right. Listen. Is my mic better now? I know my mic was
sure. Yeah, just yell. Just yell at us.
Fancy mic. Fuck it. I'm just going to use my laptop speakers.
Go off the head.
I have never and would never argue that he's somebody who's a top tier lyricist. I've never looked at his writing, even in the song that was like this mind blowing thing. Like, yo, it's like he was rapping about a woman, but it was hip hop the whole time. Like, I get it, I appreciate it, but like it never struck me in this way that was like, oh my God, like he's operating on like this whole other level. For me, I'm not going into like common apologist mode here, but these are the things, and I want to know more, Zilla, why you're saying he's the best or he's the worst best rapper. But for me, it's about like the cadence and like the flow. When it's not clunky, it works. You know what I mean? And I think when he masters that, that's when he's really like in his lane, like a taxi cab driver. And then the other element of it is what I referred to earlier, is that I don't think he gets credited enough for this, but he is one of the few artists that consistently goes, yo, I'm going to go with one producer and I'm going to make something cohesive. And sometimes it's that you hate, you know, sometimes
correct.
We're going to get into that,
yes.
You know, later.
Well, let's do it right now.
All right, hold on.
Wait.
I got something.
Let's talk about this era a little more, because we didn't talk about this era at all. We just
jumped
ahead to like all the shitty lines.
So I got something. So I got something I want to talk about. So this is my favorite.
Here it is.
This is my favorite common pun. My common verse ever. Did he ever? Even better than
Verbal Murder?
Yes.
See,
so Verbal Murder. Yes, you do, brother. Verbal Murder 2 is on Soul Survivor soundtrack. Soul Survivor Pete Rock, the first one, right? And it's Common, Pun, and Nori. And Common is dissing rappers that are Pun and Nori on the same damn song, and nobody picks it up. Like
it's like some modern day Andre 3000 shit where like he'll get on people's songs.
I gotta say the verse. Because it's incredible. It's
we just begun the story.
We just begun the story. Pun and Nori. Look to the sun for glory as time runs before me. I'm after the day of judgment. I'm still before the jury, explaining why I was in a gun orgy. He was fucking with me. I ain't no ducking MC. With the knowledge there's a little thug blood in me. This stud bumped into me. Beef, it was finna be. My appetite for destruction is finicky. Yep. He was an industry type, influenced by magazines and snipes. Rocked Adidas, but he had no stripes. I could tell in high school that he had no fights. hold dick better than he hold mics. He spiked his punchlines with current events, called for backup like one time when he heard it was sense to deliver words with intents to kill, whether the hip-hop type country rapper or Big Will. I peeled some raps back. They peeled his caps back. Fucker thought I was abstract. Now his life is backtrack. In the center of the party, his crew identified the body. Left him signing the wait list saying, I can't take this fake shit. I put that on the inside of my rap book. I was such a powerful verse to me. I wrote that whole thing. That inspired like rhymes because I was just like, to me, that was the height of Common. Nothing corny in there. No. The double entendres. Yep. I left them in the center of the party. They couldn't identify the body, signing the wait list. Like, I can't take this fake shit. And I was picturing this whole thing. And then I'm listening. I'm like, yo. And then Common, then Pun comes on and Nori. But they do typical verses. Yep. I said he's dissing them on their own song.
Yes.
And that was big time for me. So that was around that time too. He did that.
That's 98. Yep. But Electric Circus is in 2002. Right. So Like Water for Chocolate
Let's go.
So Like Water for Chocolate is the Electric Ladyland, Soulquarian Vibe magazine cover, Badu, James Poyser, Dilla, all that, right?
The colored pictures, the Gordon Parks pictures.
Right.
That whole thing was going for it too. So
Time
that's
traveling, all that shit is great.
Yeah, that's where he was seeping into like Black power and Black consciousness.
Yes.
With that
Sixth
imagery.
Sense, Bilal, he brings Bilal to the game, right?
Yep.
So when we get to Electric Circus,
can I say something real quick?
Sure.
Yes.
About Like Water for Chocolate.
Yes. Here we go. Watch this. Watch this, fellas.
I actually love the record. I hated it, and it's really fucking good.
Yes.
What changed?
Thank you, Alaska.
What changed?
He got older.
I got older, but my perspective shifted. So a little back history. When that record came out, there was like a real like sort of line of demarcation in the press between Def Joke style, like underground. And like that style. And it was like, there was a real sort of like, you have to be one or the other. And there was like real, like sort of
tribalism.
Like what other group?
A feeling of tension between like, we thought they sucked, they thought we sucked.
Well, yeah. And there was an acceptable underground. There was like underground being touted as like, oh, this is artful and meaningful.
So
and
who was in underground
weird
proper?
Shit. Like fuck this weird shit. Like it's sub music.
Who was underground proper? Like with them, like the Roots in them, like.
The Roots and that, like that whole sort of style, like Common, Def, Braucus, Quali, and then there was like Us Idiots.
Right.
So, I know I was like, fuck them. Like this shit is boring.
Yes.
But then,
in comparison,
and I haven't listened to it since 2000. I've not listened to that record since 2000.
Did you guys ever like go and raid like their listening parties and like toilet paper? They're like, house.
We did, a couple times we showed up at their keggers.
Yeah.
Def Junkies, non-alcoholic beer and just watch them like, oh, look at these guys pretending they're drunk.
So what's the adjusted perception on the record?
It's great.
Okay.
It's a great record. It's solid all the way through. I mean, it's a little long. But I was just really actually this whole era of Common, I've done like a 360 or 180 on it. 360 would mean I just came back to hating it. But I did a 180 on it. It's really like from this to Finding Forever is fucking great. It might be his best era.
Let's get to the best records. Call it out again.
It's a really good record, Castro. I'm with you.
Electric Circus.
This is the one. Zilla hates me for how much I love this record.
I was on board tricking myself into thinking it was a shit back then because I was in a rap group where we were like, no genres. We're going to do so many things. We're going to experiment. We're going to fucking rap on double time, then rap on rock beats, then rap on neo soul. So when this came out, I was like, oh, I like it because everyone hates it. It's too weird, except for the single. Right. And then I had like the poster on my fucking wall. And then as time went on, I was like, I don't play this album. That's all. I just don't go back to it much. I don't think it's trash. I just don't think it's as good as like Water for Chocolate. I don't think it's as good as B. I don't think it's as good as One Day. It's not trash. I mean, again, there are so many trash albums awaiting everyone if you want to get to more recent Common records. But like, I remember at the time hearing it, like Aquarius is an awesome song. Soul Power is pretty weird.
Soul Power is shit.
I got a right to with the Neptunes is pretty cool. Riding my car, smoking my shit.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that song when it came out, and that's one that I can't listen to now.
Because
like,
even on that one, Sean, he's like, "You're gonna fuck me. You're gonna fuck it with me."
So
Stop, bro.
It's ironic. It's ironic because now I'm gonna backpedal on something that I said earlier. He's really good at picking a sound and an aesthetic and leaning into it, and he absolutely did that on Electric Circus. But in doing so, he picked a sound that was so definitive and sort of different from what he does that he sticks out, in my opinion, terribly on this album. That there's just like, I think I would love this album if there was a different MC.
Q-Tip, give it the Q-Tip.
If it was Q-Tip or
Andre,
you know where he went. Where he went.
Most.
You know he went a measure too far. First, this shows that if there's going to be any Jimmy tribute, leave it to Andre.
Yeah.
But like him trying that Jimmy thing, that was like that was a dream too far. Like he was really, and Erica's on the song, and that's when I was like, "You're going," because you know what it reminded me of. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Wayne with the guitar, like it reminded me of that. Like you know, like you're going, you're really reaching it, because it felt like a move that you thought you should do because of the type of artist you're trying to emulate. Like you just said Electric Lady. Now I'm gonna get into my Jimmy shit. And now I'm gonna make a song, damn near, you know, a cover of a Jimmy song. And I'm like, nah, this somebody at the studio should have been like, nah, buddy.
I appreciate the ambition. I totally do. And I think that it's like really admirable. But yeah, to your point, I feel like his ambition was too great for what he was capable of doing at that time. And, you know, regardless of, you know, whether it was Poiser or Dilla or Questlove and how, like, what the contributions were in terms of who was steering that ship. And maybe he played more of a, you know, hand in helping to steer that ship than we're giving him credit for. And he deserves credit for that. But in terms of being able to deliver as the MC on the record, that's where it fell short, I think. And by that point too, on Alaska's point, like I was listening to a bunch of actual quote unquote weird underground shit that was bucking the norms of, like, you know, being avant-garde and actually pulling it off in a way that felt like it was a success. So to me, like the record was just, I don't know, it didn't necessarily click, but I found myself in a weird position because I knew a lot of people who didn't like the record because it was quote unquote weird. And I was like, you're wrong, but you're also correct that this is not a good record, but not for the reason that you think it is.
Sure. And it's, I remember Dilla said something about people saying they didn't like the beats on the album, and talking to Dilla, and Dilla was like, and I use this all the time to people. Dilla was like, don't blame me. He fucking picked those beats. I had way hotter shit. He picked those beats for
like
me.
Water, you wouldn't think that was a Dilla produced record. You don't think that Electric Circus, that Dilla had much to do with it because it wasn't like classic Dilla sound and classic Dilla and Common sound at that point that you're getting really familiar with.
Right. So, all right, why don't we take a quick break and then we're going to move on to the Kanye era of
I hate that.
I love this era.
I hate this one.
I love this era. Bring it on. Let's do it. We'll be back. Call Out Culture with Sean from The Questions and Ken Off the Shelf. We'll be back.
Yo, peace, people. It's Prem Rock. Just wanted to hop on and tell you about my new album, Load Bearing Crow's Feet. Out now, everywhere on Backwoods Studios. Shouts to the Wrecking Crew, shouts to Call Out Culture. Shouts to Willie Green, shouts to Billy Woods at Backwoods Studios. Shouts to Shrapnel. Shouts to Brain Orchestra, Denmark Vesey, Messiah Music, Small Professor, Fresh Kills, Willie Green, myself, everyone that handled the beats, everyone that delivered the rhymes. AJ Suede, Henry Canyons, Castro, Zilla, Fielded and Elusive. And Marcus Pinn on the cuts. Dr. Quandary on the art. Pick it up wherever you pick up music. Thank you. Peace. The shortest story ever fraught with blues and no
bang, bang. Call Out Culture Podcast. We are here. We're back again. We're going to talk good music, Kanye era now of the Common career, including B and Finding Forever. I love both these albums. I love them. I think the beats are fucking awesome.
Down on B.
I love
Super
B.
thumbs down.
Love.
Imagine if they gave these beats to Ghostface at that same time.
Look, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and fuck these beats.
Like, the corner. You don't fuck with the corner.
I hate the corner.
Fuck that's the fight. Shit. Shy City. The food. Real people.
This is
wild.
Real People's really good.
Real People's.
This is Kanye. since wearing a Common West skin suit. Everything he does
I walked
is
in
like,
the crib, got 2 kids, and my baby
like
mama late.
so much like a Kanye decision. I'm like,
yes.
I remember saying to myself on B, is this your record? Is this Kanye record? Like it reminded me of no, that's not a good thing. And Glory
this record turned me off.
No, on Glory, when they when Trip was going on about Morgan Freeman, he said, "Is you an old woman? Is you an old man?" I forget. And that's what I was like, whose record is this? Everything was a Kanye type decision. I remember that, and I did not like it.
Go
exactly.
Go,
and it's
go,
and
go.
He's
and
doing
he's doing
the RZA move when he's doing
that
all the hooks.
crazy.
Kanye's got all the hooks.
Yes, because his hooks are fucking awesome.
No,
his hooks
man,
are fucking awesome.
No.
I wish I could give this feeling. I wish I could.
I will say I do like the corner. I feel like the corner is a hard beat.
I feel like that is such a corny Last Poet submission.
Stop.
Last Poets have yes, it is. That's Last Poets by
saying.
number in terms of the poem.
So,
Serious.
The corner.
Just as artists, such as our very own friend Common Sense, just as they contain multitudes, I, as a listener, also contain multitudes. And so this is going to seem a little contradictory to what I just said before. But my biggest qualm was how much he fucking did an about face and kind of tucked his tail in between his legs after Electric Circus did not go. The fact that he did the Kaiser Sose off that shit, and he went like super fucking creative, artistic, like, yo, you thought the Soulquarian shit was crazy. We're really going to the moon now. And it didn't work. And then he was like, hey guys, just kidding. Soul beats, Common.
Call Kanye.
I understand why he did it. I understand that it was necessary, and he would not be where he like.
It kept him relevant.
It saved his career. But from an artistic standpoint, I can't necessarily respect somebody who shakes off something because it didn't work, you know?
Well, I'll tell you what worked. This album peaked at number 2 in the charts.
See?
Electric Circus peaked at number
and Walmart is the best store in the world because it's the most popular.
McDonald's. Do you want to be weird or do you want to make this dough? You tell me. Do you want to be a Smoking Aces or do you want to be a Relativity Records? You tell me. Open it for Beat Nuts.
This motherfucker put out the song Faithful and thought it was deep when he was like, What if God was a
her? He says like that.
I was like,
or testify, or the song
testify
in which the
Queen pen.
Yeah, the Queen pen, as if that was the pen from the third bar.
This is real, like top-notch, corny, surface level shit.
Daddy was a hustler, so she loved him.
Where's the song with the blind girl in the sight cards? Where's that song?
That's on Come Close. That's on Electric.
Yeah, okay. So listen,
she's not blind. She's fucking deaf.
Look, wait a minute.
This is also the album where I realized that Common hates women.
Go on.
No, wait. Before you get to that, I want to talk about this song. I want to talk about the song.
Okay, go ahead. Talk about the song.
So I felt bad, right? Because I'm like, and Z, I swear, I thought she was blind.
You broke up with a deaf girl right before the song.
No, it's just like, I'm like, wait a minute. How could I like this song? It's like they did a video for it. They took the time and he's in the front. And it's like that John Cusack thing. And I'm like, oh, this is nice. If I hate this, like, I hate love. Like, I hate this. I don't like love. So he kind of just tricked me. It's like, yeah, you kind of gotta like this song. Especially they made the video. There's a girl in there. You like
Mary J on the hook. Come on, bro. And Pharrell. So Alaska.
But it is cheese. That is a cheese song.
Hot take. Why does Common hate women? Go.
I don't know. You gotta talk to him.
It's Erica. Erica.
He's always hated women. If you look through, he's like that weird like dude that poses as conscious so that he could be a predator.
Yes.
Oh,
that's his whole thing, dude. He's like definitely that dude when I listen to his music because he's always like every song's about how he treats women great, but then he's got like 9 side chicks. He's only talking about physical appearance and them cooking for him. He's never talking about what they bring to the fucking table as people. They're just props for him to pretend to be conscious. It's
them cooking for him. He does have a lot of lies about chicks cooking for him.
Queen, I see the beauty in you. Now go make me a sandwich.
You got ass and you cook.
Oh my God.
Listen, no matter what happens, B is the shit. That shit is all that. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
How is that the conclusion that you come to after all this?
No matter what happens. Listen, people lie, opinions change, numbers don't lie. That's
Zilla. That's Zilla reading the cue card that he already wrote. He's just like, we can all agree.
Look, it's coming in front of the podcast.
Olivia Rodrigo is just as good as Michael Jackson in Thriller.
Yes, dude. Hello. The audience doesn't lie. Listen,
in the third row, right?
I'll say this.
Third row to back.
I'll say this. All joking aside, B is the last time people were like, oh, what's this new Common album about? Oh, Kanye, John Legend?
You're
Oh,
right.
that last shit was whack. Erica B stood for before Erica. That's what people were saying.
Isn't there a fake Get By song on this record? Please tell me there is.
No. There's no fake Get By on.
You sure? There's not a fake Get By.
No. That's because this is late registration era Kanye. This is Kanye like tapping into ill shit and looking at Common being like, bro, put some fucking sneakers on, take the crochet off. Let's get you back where the fuck you need to be on Chappelle's show, getting this bread. Let's rock and roll.
He gave him a solo song on late registration too.
Yes, I'm on my way home. That joint's crazy.
Yeah, that shit's dope.
That shit's ill.
Yo, it's funny because this is like Bilal would do drive-by Afrocentrisms and then roll out. So he would come by, be on your album, and you think you would have to do the Bilal stuff, and then he's out. He don't do nothing more with you. You're not on his album.
No,
I do like They Say. I do like
that song.
They Say is amazing. Yeah,
that shit is really fire.
Didn't Bilal do that?
Every Common record has at least 2 to 3 great songs.
Yeah, easily.
I agree with that.
Easily.
All of them. So now Finding Forever. Okay, this is
B part 2.
B part 2, and
B2,
it's a copy.
Crazy.
And that actually, to me, look. I didn't like B.
Cranks.
I didn't like C. I didn't like D. And that's what Finding Forever was. Wow. I don't want no more of that.
Bro.
I'm telling you, man, all that Kanye stuff.
Even the Will I Am joint is kind of fire. I Want You joint. I like that.
I
like that song.
These 2 records, they're not.
Black Maybe?
All the glitter on the front.
The game?
Glitter?
You don't fuck with the game?
I don't fuck with none of I don't like none of this shit.
Guys,
I don't like none
his
of it.
daughter found Nemo and he found the new
Primo. What?
Oh my God.
I will say this. I'll give him credit. I'll give Kanye credit. Kanye unlocked the inner cornball Common has been since 92. And it's like, yes, you can be corny and be fucking famous and rich. No. He's like, don't be trying to be Pharaoh fucking Monch. No one wants to hear that shit. Talk about Jennifer fucking what's her name? Jennifer Aniston. Like, we need that type of shit to get it's provocative. It gets the people go. And since then, he just let Common be as corny and whack as he always was with his punchlines. What's up?
Did you just say he had the breakup line about Jennifer Aniston?
He does.
He has one of them on his album.
He has one Jennifer Aniston line.
Right.
I just want to say for the podcast listeners' benefit, I've been nodding my head no throughout the past like 30 seconds. I'm not here for any of it. For all the reasons that I said I like the previous shit. It's like he was working with the best hip hop producer.
Right. Thank you.
He was working with Jay Dilla. And then
Dilla passed away by this point.
Granted, but to go to Kanye sucks. So heavy after that, it's just
because Kanye leapfrogged all of them so queer ass dudes. He was like, "Oh, that's cute."
But
this was good Kanye era.
That's my point. I'm riding for it because it's good Kanye.
I'm not saying it's not good Kanye. I'm saying it all sucks when you put it all together. Okay, that's what I'm saying. You put Common with Kanye and you let Kanye drive the head. It's like that Eddie Murphy movie. We had those million people maneuvering his body. It was like a million Kanye's inside. No,
the beats matter. The beats matter. He did equals MC squared on the Jay Dilla album around the same era. That's a hard beat. He's not necessarily coming with, the best bars on that per se. Right. But for me, the beat carries. A lot of these Kanye beats are undercooked. And that's how I feel about
fuck with the people beats. Driving me wild.
Beats.
You don't fuck with Southside, the game? Black Maybe?
Wow. No.
Black Maybe I can clap to.
To me, it has the Kanye stench on it, and I'm good. I don't want to have nothing to do with it.
Are you good music? Huh?
Are you Kesha? Are you getting at your dreams? All right. Last thing, we'll take a break.
There was too much Kanye rhyming on these records, so
I agree.
Thank you.
Okay, so here we go. This is one we could all agree on. Universal Mind Control. The least essential Neptunes product ever made.
Oh man!
After the first Nerd album.
There's like 2 songs on here that like they're jumping. It's he's riding a beat. It's Neptunes. Like you can do it with your eyes closed. Like there are like 2 songs on.
So there's a 3-song stretch. Changes, Inhale, What a World. 7, 8, 9 are fucking crazy. And again, I only know that because I listened to this album the other day. The rest of this album is dog dick.
I will tell you, I dare the listeners to listen to the intro and the first song, the whole thing, both of them fully. I dare you to try. I stopped. It's very hard. It is very hard to listen. Come on, y'all, and get on up.
He's like trying to do like Bambaataa shit, but yes. he's trying to be, he's trying to do
He's trying to do what Most was doing with like
good call.
Like Blackjack
Johnson. Oh, Blackjack Johnson.
Yes, good call. Great.
He was trying to do that,
call.
but he was like hedging his bets because he made so much money and sold so much with Kanye, and then Kanye got busy. So now he's like, "Oh, Pharrell, let's do like '80s block party." But
I think he
should have
done it like this. We've done this before. Sorry to cut you off.
No, okay.
He should have tried some of these joints out live because it seemed like that what he was going for, like the big get the party jumping, and then if it works, then put it on the record because we talked about this before. It is very difficult to replicate that live feeling in a crowd where the beat is banging. You got the crowd doing some call and response, pretty basic with you. And putting that on tape, on magnetic tape, on wax. Mm-hmm. It's very difficult because you can't replicate that. Even if you have 30 people, and I'm telling people to listen, even when you have like 30 people in the studio with you, because you invite them over because you want this like crowd effect, when you get them in the booth with you. I've had like 10, 12 people in and make that crowd sound or do claps. It's not the same. Right. And these songs seem like they were built to be played kind of loud and like get a party jumping and have the strobe lights going.
Right.
But when you're filling it with little corny epithet, like couplets and stuff, and like, come on now and get the party going.
It is loaded with painful bars, like painful. Yo,
like I heard in the first song, he says grooving. Like he says grooving, moving. And like, he says it like 3 times. Like,
bro, here's a fun fact. You guys will appreciate this. This album dropped the fourth quarter, 2008. The album was sold for 99 cents on Zune Marketplace to help promote the album. Zune.
Wow. This is a Zune.
He had a video directed by fucking Hype Williams where it has like a fake like robot.
Yes.
From like, it's like the $4 CGI joint. It's so bad. This album is horrendous.
It is inessential. It is not essential.
And I'm glad you said that, Sean. It's a great word. Thus begins. So that was 2000. So thus begins the next 13-year run of completely inessential music record releases from Common. And what I thought about today was, real quick, Sean, is he becomes the anti-Nas. Because no matter how much people fucking hate Nas, call him problematic, Illmatic, all this shit, everyone pays attention when Nas drops to either hate on it or overly rate it. No one after Finding Forever has given a fuck about a Common album.
Yes, I agree.
No one gives a fuck. Alaska, you're muted.
I don't give a fuck about the Nas album.
You're the one person.
Oh my God.
Go back on mute. That was better when you were muted.
Thank you.
But I have to say, the next album, Dreamer the Believer, I love this album.
But also, let's point out what's really relevant here, because by this point, I don't think it's a coincidence that these albums are still getting put out. Nobody's really caring, but he's really now leaning more into the acting bag and being, like on screen. I don't know exactly when he was Microsoft and when he started doing all that, but like this. So what's interesting though is that he's clearly leaning on that. The music industry is going through and really culminating in this shift that is going to now dictate where we are today.
Right.
So he's putting out these albums and he doesn't necessarily need to. And post and really discarding this is maybe the only record in his catalog that kind of does this. He's not even really chasing a trend or a sound that would be like advisable for him to do. He's just like,
that's why I love this record. It's just him and No ID just making songs.
He's definitely not trending like, let me make the record of these times.
He's not chasing. Didn't do that. He's not chasing.
No, like he has
rap is his Wahlburgers.
Oh my God.
Like the lead single is Ghetto Dreams with Nas. That song is hard as fuck. That has nothing to do with anything that came out in 2011.
I got to be honest, I don't know much about this record or the next record. Like this
album's crazy.
It just flew under my radar, and I didn't listen to it before this. That's how
totally
much it flew under my radar. I knew I was coming on a podcast to talk about the catalog of Common.
Here's the only notable thing. Here's the only notable thing that's happened in the last 10 years since his album came out. This is the album where he dissed Drake, then walked it back saying he was dissing himself. Then Drake fucking bodied this man on Stay Scheming. Drake wiped the floor with this motherfucker. Drake. And that's when I was like, Common, you are donezo, bro. Drake hammering you. Yes.
Yeah, Sweet. He did a video for it and everything. He was like in
Oh,
Jamaica.
Sweet.
Right?
Oh, remember
You
the song
look so
Sweet?
sweet.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. You singing motherfucker, you sweet motherfucker. And
Yeah, I
then
remember
Drake
Sweet.
Yeah. Lots of
crushed this man.
homophobia in that one too.
What was that over? Like,
Yes.
what? Like, did he just have a problem with Drake's style, or was
No,
what was
well,
that
he went back saying, "Oh, it was me talking about myself. Like, why am I,
Why am I- yeah,
me
he did
pretending
say
to be
that.
a detractor? But if you feel that way, fuck it." So then Drake fucking, I can't stress this enough. On Stay Scheming with French Montana and Rick Ross, he fucking punts this dude into the sun, right? And this is like Drake year 2 or 3 in the game, destroying Common. And that's when I was like, "Oh, you're done, bro. If Drake can fucking crush you like this, and he's a new guy." And I think they were both like dating or breaking up with Venus, or I think
Yeah,
Venus.
there was Venus or something. Something had to do with Venus in there.
Hold on. Let me do this and we'll take a break. Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
Hold on, I just pulled up the lyrics.
Dude, let me do the Drake verse because
Okay.
dude.
Do
Oh
it in
my
Drake
God.
voice, though. If you're gonna do it,
Okay,
do it in
let's say
Drake
it.
voice.
Hold on, say it. All right.
But you're not gonna do Sweet on an episode
No.
about Common.
No, I'm gonna do the Drake scene. He's like, it bothers me when the gods get to acting like the broads. Guess every team doesn't compete with the brothers like ours. That's why I see no need to compete with brothers like y'all. I just ask that when you speak up, brother. That's all. Don't be ducking like you never wanted nothing. It's feeling like the rap changed. There was a time when it was rugged. Back when if a brother reached because it was for the record, it was for the weapon. Nowadays, brothers reach just trying to sell their record. Spaghetti bolognese in the Polo Lounge. Me and my G from DC, that's how I roll around. Might look light, but we heavy though. You think Drake would pull some shit like that? You never know. $1 million meetings in the Polo Lounge. Me and my man Oliver North, that's how I roll around. Shorty want to tell me secrets about a rap, brother. I told that bitch is more attractive when you hold it down. That's that Venus Williams shit. He's saying,
You
be
really
like, yo.
oversold that verse.
Yeah, I was
Bro,
about to.
yeah.
You took the words
Dude.
out of my mouth.
He says, tell Lucian I said, fuck it, I'm tearing holes through my budget. Bag it like we in Publix. Take her ass out in public. Order her filet, told her butterflies, say she love it. She used the soda and nuggets. She really just out here thugging. I'm just hitting my pinnacle. You and pussy identical. You like the fucking finish line. We can't wait to run it into you. But let me get my mind off that young rich motherfucker getting mine off rap with my brother. The fact that Common heard that and never hammered him back at all, I was like, you're done. You're done. When he points out these dudes, he compares Common to a broad. What's up?
I wouldn't even know that was dissing Common.
That's all for Common. He went at Common on that shit, 100%.
I don't think that
For the record, Zilla,
that's not very good.
It bothers me when gods get to acting like the broads. Guess every team doesn't compete with motherfuckers like ours.
Alaska. He's gonna say it again.
I'm telling you, he wrote it.
No, I get that, but it's not very good.
And the fact that Common couldn't handle that, he couldn't topple that man with that
But
verse.
did he feel the need to? Like
He
Drake
went back
was
to him.
nobody.
He probably
He
wrote.
did.
Sweet.
He
heard-
responded. Common responded, and the shit was corny as fuck.
Yeah, he probably wrote it when he was like in his trailer about to shoot his next movie, and then he was like, you know what, I gotta leave this alone. I gotta get back to my actual
Oh, because
job.
Common did the Stay Scheming remix. It's it's so fucking stupid. I'm like, yo, this. Anyway, I just want to say that Common got destroyed by Drake. He got destroyed by Drake.
All right, so like, for
That's
the
it.
listeners out there,
How do you get destroyed by Drake?
This is Zilla Rocker's opinion. It is not me and Alaska's.
Look
Nor
at what
mine.
All
Common
right, hold on.
says.
Let's
Fair
take a
enough.
look because I just pulled it
Oh,
up.
so you're gonna pull
Stay
up Sweet?
Scheming
Pull up
lyrics.
Sweet.
He doesn't do
Wow.
anything.
He said,
doesn't say shit.
Everybody knows you sweet. What the problem is? Don't play dumb. I'm the one that acknowledged it. Son of a bitch. I imagine what your father is.
He calls him
He
Canada
said,
Dry.
how do I make your opponent the rapper of the moment? His style, he don't own it. Acting hard when he hardly liked that. This is the worst battle in the history of rap.
I am really disappointed that we've dedicated so much
Wow.
time to the Common and
This
Drake
makes
beef. Like, this doesn't
the
need to be
Def
talked about.
Jokes like demigods beef look rough.
Oh,
Here's all I
man.
remember was he said, I'm taking too long with this amateur guy. You ain't wet nobody. You Canada
Canada
dry.
dry.
That's the last bar.
That's a pretty good
There you
line.
go.
That's the best line out of both of those verses.
Oh my god, there you go. It took him a whole fucking song to do that. Yeah. Anyway, so all right, let's take our last break.
Let's
And
take
we'll
our
come
last
back.
break.
closing thoughts on the best worst rapper of all time, as we've laid it out. When
because none of us have really like dug into these albums, the last few albums enough to talk about.
No, Zilla,
I have for some of them, not the next one, but yeah.
No,
right,
Zilla, you're
still
on the hook for to define what you mean by the best worst rapper.
Yeah, you got.
I think okay, sure. Yeah, we'll be right back. We'll talk. We'll wrap up with best worst rapper.
Yes. Steel's Kitchen, the new compilation from us, Wrecking Crew. The follow-up to last year's Raheem's Lament, dropping June 4th at wreckingcrew.bandcamp.com. All new joints from Shrapnel, Career Crooks, Cargo Colts. All new solo songs from me, Small Pro, Curly Castro, and Prem Rock. Alaska's on there. Marcus Pinn's doing cuts all up and down out piece. Fresh Kill's got a beat on there. Shouts to Canada. We got Jason Griff on this piece. Stan Ipkiss, Fat Boy Sharif, our very dear friend. Scorsese, rest in peace. He's on there. Yo, man. Disco Vietnam, Dose 4 GW. Whew. Mastered by Cryptic, one of Adam's fam, and artwork and design by PQ. Family affair. And our family's the illest. Wrecking Crew, Steel's Kitchen, June 4th. Get it. Well, did you know who I discovered today is anti-vax? Common's anti-vax on the 2020 album. Yes,
what did he say?
He is anti-vax. He says we don't trust those vaccines. We know what you put into us black people before. And I was like,
argument.
I was like,
but actually, well,
okay. How about this?
I'm labeling wrong. It's not the Tuskegee argument. It's the I don't understand the Tuskegee argument. That's what it is.
Here it is. All right, we're back. We're back. Go Out Culture. We're showing from the questions and can knock the shuffle. All right. So more recent era Common. I'm not sure how many of these albums, Sean, you've peeped. Starting with Nobody Smiling, which is really weird.
I have not heard Nobody Smiling.
There's three amazing songs, and the rest of the album is like No ID making the Vince Staples beats from Summertime 06, but then giving them to Coven, when they're all like brooding, cold-blooded, like maniac gangster beats.
Yeah, that's not what I want to hear comment on.
No.
It's...
So Vince Staples is on the record. There's the first song is called The Neighborhood, where it has Lil Herb. And when Lil Herb shows up, you're like, wow, this is the album I want to hear. And then it goes back to Common. Like Big Sean is on the album, Malik Youssef. It's fucking odd. I mean,
it's his Chicago album, right?
Yeah,
like,
but
that's how it was. Yeah.
Yes, but it's him being like, Chicago's mean and fucking rugged and gray and fucking smoky. And it's like
I would say the big problem. I didn't listen to it, but if he made a Chicago album with Chicago artists, it's peculiar because he's never done that before. He's never
that's why he did it right. He did it
right. He's never really
and he got back into
Chicago guys.
Yeah,
so
and
maybe this is a trends chasing album.
It's an apology.
True, because Chicago was popping around this time.
Yeah,
right.
And it's an apology. He's apology. Like literally, he doesn't have a lineage of like GLC. Any of these guys, he didn't work with like Chicago.
Well, he has a song on this album called "Rewind That," which is incredible, where he apologizes for basically ditching Twilight Tone and No ID once he started the Soulquarian shit.
Yeah.
He says like, wow, I just fucking dropped all my Chicago homies to be in New York and chase.
But he did like look at
cool.
He didn't work with Vic. He didn't work with Vic Mensa, Vic Spence. Like he didn't really take in anybody Chicago at all.
But also he did 2 albums with Kanye West. So does that count for something?
That's Chicago life. But by that time, Kanye had relocated too. Kanye left Chicago in the dust too, except for a video or two.
All right. So then you get Black America again. Which is all Kareem Riggins and Robert
album
Glasper.
I do like. Yeah, I am a fan of this album too, because to me it's okay. It's the closest like recapitulation of like Water for Chocolate.
Sure.
In my
mind,
like it's all Kareem Riggins, so that you got that Dilla.
This one is short and sweet, right?
No,
no,
15
songs. It's almost an hour. Yeah,
sorry.
But it's got the fucking song with the ODB sample, Pyramids.
That sounds weird. That sounds so
you don't
weird.
like that song?
Nah, that sample does not fit that beat to me at all. And he's trying to rhyme, like he's rapping all crazy, but I don't hear that beat and be like, oh, dirty. It doesn't do it for me. But
I remember the single kind of turning me off of this record. But I really dive into it.
I think this is the album where he says this is the album I believe to be the Democratic National Convention handout. Like when you go, everybody got a copy of this CD because he's talking about like it's like swag, and he like talks about we need more Ta-Nehisi's and Cory Bookers. He says on the album, I'm like Cory Booker.
Wait. He says Cory Booker.
Yes.
Oh my God, Cory Booker is the lowest hanging fruit.
He's the corniest cornball.
Worse. he tries to say things that he tries to say things that you think people are going to quote in the newspaper. I'm like, just talk.
He's so extra. You know, he's so fucking.
Yeah, I got a theory about Cory Booker.
He bagged Rosario Dawson.
That's not the theory. When he was the mayor of Newark, there was like a 2-month period where like he saved like 4 people's lives, like in fires, like pulling people out of fires or burning cars.
Oh shit!
And I feel like he was doing the Mr. Glass thing where he set up these crimes.
He did.
And happened to be there. He was like Jake Gyllenhaal in Nightcrawler.
He was fucking Mysterio from Spider-Man. Same thing.
It sounds like you're setting up like a Batman supervillain. That like this was the reveal.
It's just my theory. Like it was happening way too much.
When he was Jimmy McGill. He was
Slipping Jimmy. Yeah, so this album's it's okay. It's not the best at all.
It has some clunkers. It's got some rapping on it, but for me, again, the production wins. It's got Glasper all over it. You know, me, like give me that. Take me back to Soulquarian times. I don't care that.
It does. It's very Soulquarian adjacent. I'll give you that.
Wait, I'm glad you brought it up, Sean. I'm glad you brought up Glasper. So that's one of my favorite Kanye projects. Common projects of this era. He did a project.
The August Green?
The August Green. So he did a project. It's him, Kareem Riggins, and Robert Glasper. And I love this record. I love it. I love the just because I wanted like you said, when he locks in with one sound. So Kareem Riggins and Glasper. And I feel like there was a focus. The lyrics weren't going too far, they weren't going too low. And it was just like he was another instrument in that ensemble. Like the songs weren't made by his lyrics. That had really nothing to do with it. He was just part of it. I like Glasper a lot. I'm a big fan. And I saw the Tiny Desk appearance of it. So it was delivered to me in the perfect fashion. Like I didn't listen to it first. I saw it live. And they got a song with Maimouna Youssef. I came up with her called Mumu Fresh. She came up in Philly with me. So I'm familiar with it. So
she killed it on the Tiny Desk.
Yes,
right? She was on the she
I'm rapping and singing. She's very talented. Everybody should go check her out. Maimouna Youssef. They call her Mumu Fresh. That's her other name. But again, that's my record of this era. That's the one.
So then that brings us to the last few. So Let Love, which is a terrible title, from 2019. A lot of Riggins, all Riggins and one Dilla beat. Album is like, again, it's this one and then these last two, A Beautiful Revolution Part 1 and 2. I sat and listened to them all and I was like, you know what these albums are like? It'll be like, you guys ever randomly look back at like, oh, who won fucking Best Actor in 2002? Who won? Like you and your friends have a debate. You'll look back at some of the movies that were nominated those years, and you'll be like, what the fuck movie was that? Right. And it'll be like Julianne Moore about like she used like some like depressed British woman in 1850 who like invents fucking penicillin. I don't know, and it's just like some Oscar bait bullshit that no one saw except 10 critics. This is like those common like award bait albums where no person actually gives a fuck. No one's checking for it, but it's helpful for him to maintain like, I'm all about love and positivity.
But definitely,
like, women got fat asses but can cook. You know what I mean?
This is in the portfolio to get the Target and things sponsorships.
And truthfully, This album was created really just as a companion piece to the memoir that he was selling at the
see
time.
What I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
it's totally inessential to everything.
This is like Barnes and Noble rap. Like you would find this record more so
Barnes and Noble rap,
set up with the book and the thing. Yep.
So as is these last two, A Beautiful Revolution, where he talks anti-vaxxer shit, and then Part 2, which just came out, where Black Thought just walks in, fucking mops up the floor at this guy, and goes right back to making money off Jimmy Fallon. So
I like the new one. I was actually surprised by it. I had like very, like low expectations about it because it's just like, okay, whatever. But I really was digging, like, again, it's all Kareem Riggins. Yes. I liked a lot of like the Afrobeat, know, influences that they were putting in there. So to me, okay, guys, listen, this is what it ultimately comes down to. What do rappers owe us, and what do we want from people who are on their 14th to 15th albums? Like,
good question.
Because I want to tie this into also what you're saying with him being the best rapper. That's where you were
worst
right?
rapper.
Best worst rapper. I'm sorry, the distinction must be made. But like how many great, like how many meter movers does an artist owe us? And then he's not making like the worst shit ever. It's really kind of more like middle ground now.
Here you go. Here's my issue.
It's assembly line. Like he's
yes. Here's my issue. All of these albums, even the ones that aren't very good, there's a lot of quality in it, from the collaborators, the singers, the mixing and mastering, the sequencing. These are all like very well crafted professional rap albums, right? Whether you're into that type of shit at the time or not. What offends me, and I say he's the best, worst rapper of all time, is back in the day, to Alaska's point, we overrated him when it was really just no ID. And then back then there was like 30 rappers out, period. That was it. There was like 30 fucking guys that were putting out records. He was one of the 30. He was one of the good guys because, like Castro said, he was making East Coast music. He made the song about rap was a woman, but it's a rapper. It's rap, right? And then he links up with the good guys again of not Puffy, not fucking No Limit. It was like Questlove, like they're the underdogs, like the Roots are the underdogs. D'Angelo. He was always like in the good guy camp. I'm a good guy, right? But as time has gone on and I listen to all these albums today, I'm just like, if anybody, your point, Sean, and their 14th out, like if I gave any of these albums to AZ, Raekwon, Nas, Andre 3000, Jay-Z, they move the needle because the albums are crafted very well, right? Him on these albums where none of us could believe this fucking guy has 14 albums to his name because the last 6 don't even really exist anywhere. So it's kind of like a total waste of time. And that's what bothers me to say he's the best, worst rapper ever, because like I said, after Finding Forever, no one's giving a fuck. And that was 2008. No one's giving a fuck about one Common album. And he's made 7 more. And they're all competent. They're right. Like musically, direction wise, they're competent records, but he's the worst part of all these albums. That's
I think we're missing something, and we've all said it. There's a time where it seemed like hip hop was the singular main focus. And that's that phase we were talking about, like Water for Chocolate, Electric Circus. And then there's also a time when it's obvious, we didn't say it out loud, that hip hop has become his part-time job, his second job.
But wouldn't that make it better? If he's not, if he doesn't have to rap to live.
I get it, but it's still like, it's the second job in terms of like the focus is needed to make something truly uniquely creative. He's not making anything unique like Water, Electric Circus. None of that stuff is unique. This is all like cookie cutter assembly line stuff. What you do at your second job. I need the extra money. I'm only here for 4 hours. Let me get through it. I'm not going to do anything too much to make me too tired. I already worked my first job. I'm not going to do anything to get me fired, because I like the little money. So
can we agree that his acting isn't good either, though? Like,
no, I'm not
good at either of his jobs.
No, I'm not
terrible.
I'm not saying he's better, but I know I can see the DNA of somebody that's reading scripts more than he's going through beats. I can see somebody that's taking acting classes actively more than he's sitting in the studio with producers and like cooking a good hip hop idea. He's gonna make a Pop-Tart rap record, but at the same time, he's trying to find Scorsese scripts. Like, that's what it feels like he's doing now. And some of that acting stuff is just hobnobbing and getting to know people. It might not even be like taking projects or even acting in stuff. It's like, let me get closer to Scorsese or let me get closer to Pacino and stuff. I feel like he wants to rub elbows with those type of people. And it definitely could, now that I'm thinking about it, it comes off like rap is a second job.
So my issue with Common is this. He wants you to think that, and this is a very like conscious effort on his part to sort of posit himself or like pose himself as a revolutionary.
Yes.
Like this activist personality for our times. But when you like go through his information, like the activism that he's done, it's like he found some not-for-profit.
Yeah.
After a 1-year hiatus, it was like a festival. It turned into like a festival, but that was really about it. He was also like a vegan that became a pescatarian. But really, he just like wants to hang out with like that sort of like political media set where it's like you could go, make a living doing TV appearances. Like that's to me what he feels. Like he's like Will.i.am with a little more substance or a little more like gravitas. But he's fucking a wild homophobe. He has a history of like actual hate crimes according to his music.
Right.
And I think he wants to make
his issues with Jaguar Wright.
Ooh,
that was a big thing.
Ooh,
like that also ties into it.
And he wants to make an album called Gravitas. He's dying to do it. Quali did it first.
He sort of wants the sort of unearned respect of somebody that is changing the world without actually doing anything.
Boom.
Like, that's my problem with Common. Like, if he was just a fucking shitty rapper, who gives a fuck? There's 100. We're all shitty rappers on this podcast, so who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck about me?
But he's like, he wants to be like this sort of like iconic. He's trying to brand himself so that
as a thought leader,
when he passes away, nobody's gonna be able to say anything bad about him.
Because these last 3 albums are all, it's so schmaltzy. And it reads like a politician's stump speech of like, gotta say equality, gotta say freedom, gotta talk about Black lives being lost, gotta talk about Chicago. Like, they're all these albums are, again, all beautifully arranged, wonderful musicians, highly talented people. And he is just like putting fucking vanilla yogurt in his mouth in the studio. Like, bro, what the fuck are you got? Do you have anything original about anything to say? It's like, we need Cory Booker. I don't trust the vaccine. I'm like, I'd be crazy if he's a conspiracy album. I'd be like, I'd be into that shit. I'd be like, oh, this guy's fucking whack. He's whack.
You want a hot take? You want a hot take from Connor?
Yeah, I feel like if he was a LinkedIn page, he would call himself a scrum master and a disruptor.
All right, let me ask this. Shout out to the LinkedIn bar.
Shout out to Scrum Masters.
Who is there anyone that exists in the world of hip hop that you feel like Common would do better to take a page from their book? Is there anybody that you're like, yo, Common, you're almost 50 years old.
Like from that age range?
J Live.
From that age range.
J Live.
Mm-hmm.
No.
When I'm talking about J Live and or J Rue, I'm gonna stick. Don't tell me no.
Can you repeat the question? Sean? I kind of missed
it. Name a rapper that begins with the letter J. No, just kidding.
It's the last letter Z.
No, is there an artist? Is there a rapper that is relatively in almost the same shoes that he's in, who's doing it better? That he should take a note from. That like
Shabazz Palaces.
Shabazz Palaces.
I say J Live and I say
Andre 3000.
I say J Live and I say J Rue because they stay consistent. I can even J Rue keeps dropping records regardless of.
So does Common.
regardless of the trends.
So does Common.
I'll give you one better. Killer Priest.
Great
consistent release.
There you go.
Consistent release schedule. Keep dropping stuff.
Right.
Weird in his own space. But I'm answering Sean's question in terms of like
consistency isn't up for debate here. He's put out 14 albums. Like he's
we're talking about being steady with it. So not just consistency in terms of like being steady with it.
Priest is way better now than he was when he began.
But an album a year with these motherfuckers, like, look, it's the same thing as with Martin Payne when it comes to the acting. At one point he was doing a movie a fucking year. It didn't matter how good they were. I was getting that fucking check. And so we're mentioning artists that they're gonna still, against detractors, AZ. I'm still releasing this album, whether y'all like me, whether I'm super popular or not. I'm just answering Sean's question in terms of who would have done better with that type of stretch like Common has. Common doesn't get like, anyway, people, you expect the Common album to come out, again, to go in Barnes & Nobles and find his CD setup.
By the latte
Common dropped
section.
Another album. It was next to the Kenny G holiday setup.
But that's what I'm saying. Consistency wise, we've established that nobody like cares after 2007. But he put out, nobody's checking for him. He has no reason to put out rap albums.
Doesn't sell.
But he put out a rap album in 2008, 2011, 14, 16, 19, 20, 21. He's putting them out. You know what I mean?
How about this for a weird comparison? Fat Joe. He's putting out records nobody gives a fuck about, but he's actually a likable personality. Like he
had one hit,
all the way up,
like Metal and Blood or something like that. And he did get the one hit, and that's what floated that whole album, him and Remy album, because it's
I think like Common albums are only purchased at this point by like liberal elites. You know what I mean? Like I don't see anyone under 40 that makes less than $150,000 buying a Common
that
album.
Kente Cloth sash and took a knee at the Capitol. They all have Common's albums. They get them delivered like
standard issue. They're all delivered,
like
right?
Too. It's like
so he's Nancy Pelosi's favorite rapper.
Nancy Pelosi rap.
It's automatic download.
Oh, he's
up in the morning. It's on the iPhone already.
He wants to open up the AOC rally. Like that's his thing. He wants to like be the guy on stage with John Legend.
I'll put him with Schumer. He's with Schumer and Pelosi. He's not with AOC. He's not with AOC or Elon.
Do we have a problem with Common? Do we have a problem with America? That's what I'm getting at.
I mean, both, really.
This whole system's corrupt. You know what I mean?
Wait, corrupt? Maybe that's a good example.
Corrupt.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I don't know. Some of Corrupt solo records are really like.
Yeah, they're not hitting.
They're like
not hitting.
Really 1 degree from the wild side. Like I don't know who.
He could. All right. To me, 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz has a really fucking cool career.
2 Chainz has the rebirth. You have to put that in there. Like people knew Titty Boy and all. He was DT.
Common had the rebirth on.
No, son, I've been watching video after
what's the
video
name? The Light.
It wasn't a rebirth. It was a resurrection. It was.
I'm watching video after video of all these DTP artists that are in the ground. And Titty Boy was one of those. He was in the ground with all the.
So was Common before the Light. Common was shit
not
before the Light.
Like Titty Boy. Titty Boy was in a group that nobody cared about. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he had Duffel Bag Boy. Wait, Duffel Bag Boy was a fucking smash.
Duffel Bag Boy was nothing compared to
that. Was a
Duffel
smash.
Bag Boy was Lil Wayne's song. It was not Titty Boy and them song. People didn't even know their names.
But they like saying that their franchise boys was just as big as Common because they had that one hit.
You think Common's first 3 albums made a dent anywhere
wait.
before the Light?
No, because you're making it wrong. You're saying it like Crooked Letters is more popular than David Banner. That's the difference.
Nah.
2 Chainz is a totally different animal than Titty Boy was in that other group.
Yeah. You're right about that. You're right about that. I'm just saying Common first 3 albums. Everyone here saying like.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Shit.
2 Chainz is like a resurrection. Like Common did not have a big lull or be insignificant on another label and then pop on something else. That's fair enough.
That's fair.
Are we touching on the fact? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I got Sean.
Are we touching on the fact that the issue here that separates a Common from all these other people is that he hasn't had a hit, really? Like, is it that
he doesn't make hit records?
He doesn't make hit records. And maybe
he doesn't make hits, but he also doesn't make like. Again, when I've listened to all these songs, it's like the same 3 songs with the same like buzzwords about. It's like a politician that just wants to say, "Got to hit on equality today. Got to hit on diversity." Like it's just.
I'm surprised he doesn't have an immigration song that they play on TV.
He just kind of exists for him and John Legend like every couple years to like sing on like fucking CNN or some shit. Like that's pretty much where he is with.
They definitely get those jobs. They get all of those jobs.
Like Rachel Maddow loves Common. She loves that shit.
All those jobs.
He got rap.
He got rap.
You're gonna say Alaska?
I was just gonna say he's like the most Lin-Manuel Miranda-esque MC there.
Thank you.
We're closing on that. There it is.
No, Rachel Maddow. We're closing.
Rachel Maddow live well. They're like, oh, they love this new Common album. It's fucking incredible.
Did you listen to this? They go to each other. Hey, did you hear this?
Common, if you've listened this far, I just want to say you still have an open standing invitation to come on the questions. Listen, we can hash it all out, right? You have a chance to defend your position. So I'm just, we love you, Common Sense.
Yep. I got my fucking
everything with what?
Look at this. I got my 1999 12-inch right here.
What? Am I the only one that thinks Common sounds like he has allergies when he raps?
It's nasal. It's the most nasal flow you'll ever.
It's the worst voice in rap history.
It's more nasal.
It's not the worst voice in rap.
His voice is terrible.
Common, close the app. Common.
It's not the worst, but it's more nasal than Lil Wayne. Like, come on, like this
worst
is like,
voice of all time. He has the worst voice ever. I've listened to 100 hours of him. He has the worst voice in rap.
This is Call Out Culture. Follow us on Twitter. Follow our Patreon. Follow Common Sense.
Well, before that, let's let everyone plug their shit, and we'll wrap it up.
We're done, yo. Rachel Maddow,
rap.
We're done.
Alaska, anything you want to tell the people to check?
Yeah, sure. Check out Human Zoo. It's out now. It's on insubordinaterecords.com. Get it. It's almost all the physicals are almost sold out. We got a few of the Matchbox cassette CDs.
Get it.
Highly recommend the Fly Fidelity podcast, and then you guys with Free Music Empire. Go listen to those, and our own episode live from the liner notes that's out right now with Jason Griffin, Alaska.
And then there's going to be something else I think happening a couple days after this drops.
Hey, listen, this is Sean Kantrowitz, host of The Questions. You can go to questionshiphop.com, and that will lead you to all the other ways to engage with the best hip-hop trivia game and brand on the planet. And later this week, it's a crossover episode, folks. We've got this podcast's very own Alaska coming on the show as a guest. So we planned it this way. This is like, when Jay Sherman or Jay from the Critic was on an episode of The Simpsons.
Yes, I remember that.
It stinks.
It stinks. everything's hachi machi. So we're going to have Alaska on the show. And you should tune into that. So questionshiphop.com, The Questions Hip Hop on Instagram. And you can follow me at Sean Dammit, SeanDammit.
Wow.
More things on the way as well.
The number one common cosplay podcast available. The Questions.
Alaska, what
I'm
were you
just
saying?
kidding,
Something
man.
else
It's a great
coming
show.
out?
I love that show.
That's what's coming out. The questions.
There it is.
episode.
Bong.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Sons of Andre.
Castro, we got to have you on eventually too. So
Hey, I'm ready.
complete the collection.
I'm ready to wipe Zilla.
All my
clean,
crew
like-
gets perfect scores, G. We all get
No,
them.
don't try to do that. I'm coming for your ass. I don't care about our crew. You did something a little nefarious and underhanded, and I'm coming to wipe that score.
Wow, good support. Good support
Well,
system.
I think what we have to actually do, and this doesn't negate Alaska coming on the show later.
Oh,
this week,
definitely.
but we got to
I'm with
do
Yes.
the heads up.
Yes.
We got to do what we did with like Tanya Morgan.
Yes.
And
So
we
the
gotta-
people, so the people can know. Our listeners can know who is more steeped in hip hop
'Cause
knowledge.
Castro-
Here's
out
the
of
problem,
three.
Castro. If you come on the show now, solo dolo, like you could do as well as Zilla, but you can't
No, I
technically
will be-
beat him right now.
But I will
Like,
be more impressive in my performance. Like it don't matter. Like the
Castro.
scores don't matter. Zilla, please.
To
man.
quote
I'm
a
not-
small little movie from 1995, mess with the best and die like the rest.
What is it,
It's one called
Hackers?
Hackers. Yes.
Oh, I knew
Take a
it.
page
There we
from
go.
Zero Cool at Acid Bird.
I knew
Okay.
it.
If you're gonna go with something like
that.
that, you got to go with mess with the bull. You get the horns.
Oh,
Fair enough.
You know
Castro, what do you
So-
got? What do you got, Castro?
I'm quitting this podcast. I know I got that.
Fair
I need
enough.
to find me another podcast to be on. So anybody looking for a third host,
Yep.
call me up.
You have an
'Cause I'm
album?
outta here. Yeah. September 30th, Little Robert Hutton
Wow.
dropping on Backwoods Studios.
Wow.
Wait, when this drops, what date will it be?
Later. It'll
No,
be
I mean,
the 20th.
No, it'll be 20 something.
20 something, yeah.
Okay, so I got Breeze Brewing on the album.
Woo.
I got Mr. Liff on the album.
Woo.
I got Billy Woods on the album.
Woo.
I got Sketch 185 on the album.
Nice.
Alaska is on the album. Gyroscope is on the album.
Yup.
Def C is on the album.
He is.
Alex Ludovico is on the album.
Yup.
Shrapnel's on the album.
Shrapnel.
And Zilla Rocco's on the album.
I'm on the album. Quelly Chris is on the album.
Quelly Chris is producing the track. Don't give that away.
Producing the track.
This is only features. They'll get the production next week.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Margel
I'll-
Soffin is on the album, and Candace Wilson is on the album, and Marcus Penn is doing scratches.
Shouts to Marcus and the new baby. Shouts to Marcus and Zebras in America
Yep.
pod.
Salute.
Cool. And
So if
then,
that don't get your blood ready for this record, it's my best work. I got a song with Breeze fucking Brewing. Oh,
Woo.
fuck all
Correct.
y'all. I don't give a damn.
shit is stupid.
And I got a song with Mr. Left.
Mm.
Okay. So yeah, it's the song actually is me, Mr. Liff, and Billy Woods. So I want people
Fuck
to check
around
that
and
out.
find out. How
Little
you like
Robert
that?
Hutton, September 30th.
Drop
Get
it.
it where it's
Yeah.
hot.
Get it. My album Vegas Vic is available still, waiting on that wax. Takes 22 years now to get a piece of vinyl. That's where we are. You can still get the vinyl, CDs, tapes. And then next month and a half or so, we're going to start a rollout for another record. So if you're on my mailing list, I kind of teased that out. So you can join that at $3pistol.com. I got some limited edition Vegas Vic merch. I got this one of the shirts in the mail yesterday. It looks kind of fire. No one can see it except these guys.
Get the card set.
Bong. The
get
card,
the
set,
card set.
hoodie. There you go. Unisex tees and crew necks. They're all cracking off. So I got about 10 left of each of them, and then that's it. They're done forever. So fuck with us.
Speaking of merch, I got my Fuck Puff shirts coming out.
There you go. Fuck
They'll
Puff.
be out for the Varsity year, one of the quotes of the Varsity year. And I'll be trying to pair that with I have some Blue Edwards leftover CDs. So it'll be like a
Ooh.
bundle type thing.
Couple of bundles
Nice.
on Deckington. So that's it. Fuck with us everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Patreon.
Call Out Cultures. Thank y'all to our
We out here.
Patreon subscribers. We on Instagram. We on YouTube. We on Sirius XM.
We on Black
We're
Planet.
on Headquarters.
Zune. You can download us on Zune. Just like the
Right.
Common album. You
99
personally-
cents.
99 cents. It's a great deal.
Oh,
So
and
check
also
us.
I'm giving free promotion. Go check out Cabbage's podcast. Duns Cap and Samurai Banana have a show on there.
Yep.
Go give that a listen.
The Duns
It's a
Cast.
podcast. I think the podcast about video games.
Video
hip-hop,
games,
right? Yep.
Correct.
I'm on.
There it
So
is.
go give them a listen on the Cabbage's podcast network.
Boom.
I'll let your boys.
Yep. And
we out.
that's it.
Sean,
Peace out,
thank you.
everyone. Thanks, Sean.
Gentlemen, it was a pleasure.
Had a great time. What?
Great time.
Great time. What? Oh, sorry. the block.
Why did
We out.
Dr. J shave his beard and the
All right,
mustache?
we out.
I hate that line.
Later.
There's so many common lines that annoy me that I didn't say because we just had so many funnier things to talk about.
Thousands of them.
It just never ends.